secrets of different bills. At Uncle Demon, you need it, I got it listed here. You wanna make it, I'll show you just how to make it here. I got all the rarest bills, and I ain't done yet. Went from defenders to making bills like a prospect. Flow space and slashes to catching us with a lot of threat. You keep the medals cause the right one's coming up next. Only scratch the surface, still they try to drag my name in dirt. They try to bring me down, see me winning, you ain't like me then.
Alright, so based upon all the new data that has been coming out recently, obviously 2K Toots did a, to me, groundbreaking when it come down to the actual speed and how important speed is, and how for some reason, shape or form, defensive players basically are like 10% faster, 20%, I mean 10%, 50%. I mean, I'm not even sure, I'm not a mathematician, but it's ridiculous that somebody that has a 92 speed with ball, you can have a 55 speed and y'all are running down the court at the same speed, right? Now, I asked some questions around because some of y'all in the comment sections were like, oh, well, you know, people with the ball, they get a speed boost, this, and that. And so then, you know, like you're going to still be slower and all that type of stuff. No, that has nothing to do with that. Absolutely nothing to do with the linear speed. Okay, so just keep that in mind. A lot of y'all going to have y'all misconceptions, and that's perfectly fine. If you don't believe 2K Labs, you don't believe NBA 2K Toots, you don't believe their data, that's perfectly fine. I believe in that data. Like I've been playing the game long enough. You know, I've been fortunate enough to have, you know, high win percentages, and all my builds that I make and are usually based upon their data. Like I use their data to help me make sure I make builds that don't have y'all waste money. But if you don't believe their data, then fine. If you want to still go 99 speed, roadkill with your lockdown, by all means do it, right? But I'm telling you, I've been testing it out, and this is the build that I'm using right now that I have literally tested with my friends, and I am still faster than a 92 speed with ball player on the court while we were testing it out. And this is the build. So we're going 6'6", 193 pounds, 6'10" wingspan, all right? First thing you're going to see is I only have 85 speed, okay? 85 speed. And low key, I could go lower. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you, I could go lower. But it's just that I didn't know where else to put my stuff at. So I was just like, all right, cool, I'll go 85. But I'm no longer trying to reach that 90 plateau. Makes no sense. But what I did do is go 92 speed, because 92 speed is working with your lateral quickness and your agility, and that is important. And I want to make sure I can still get legend pick dodger. So I did that. Now, the next thing you're going to see is that I have now dropped my strength down to 73 instead of going really high for the Move On Forcer, because once again, I saw that Toots did a video and he said that in Move On Forcer is literally just north and south bumping. Whereas you'll get the defensive menace badge will pop up if people are coming at you at an angle, which you will get most of the time. When people in the pick and roll, they're coming at an angle. The only time you get that Move On Forcer is if someone's coming downhill and you happen to be right in front of them, and then you will get that animation. That's why a lot of y'all were saying it never works for me. Well, it doesn't work for you because how many times in a game is someone really running straight at you, right? Usually people are trying to avoid you. They're trying to go to northwest, north-south, right? I mean northeast. They're not trying to go straight north and south at you. So that's the reason why it doesn't pop up as much, which is cool. But we all know defensive menace is absolutely insane. It's a really good badge. You can push people out of bounds if they come close to you. So I was like, all right, cool. So we know we need to go as high as we possibly can on ball menace. So that's why we have we'll use 5 cap breakers here to get to 99, okay? So that's our first 5 cap breakers. Now we have a 91 still, and there is potential to use 5 cap breakers here to get to a 96 still if season 2 comes out and they are buffing stills, right? I don't know if they're blitzing, but we know something's going to happen when season 2 comes out with that. So based upon the data we have right now, that's the reason why I'm not going high on my speed. I'm staying at 85. I'm upping my agility. I'm lowering my strength, okay? I'm focusing on that perimeter defense, and I'm also leaving the room open to be able to upgrade my steal, okay? Now, something you're gonna really like here, again, I always make my lockdown builds with the mindset of you're most of the time, or you might not have teammates, or you want to eventually be able to dribble yourself, running with randoms, playing a lot of random rec. You just don't want to be that specialized lockdown that you see most lockdowns that are playing competitively will have in the stage, in Pro-Am, right? Or people that run with a dedicated team all the time. They don't need their lockdown to dribble and all that type of stuff. So they'll lower all this down and focus it elsewhere. Well, the beautiful thing about it is that based upon the data we have now, you can still do this and have a lockdown, a really solid insane lockdown. 99 perimeter defense, 92 agility, okay? So you will be able to dribble, and we'll talk about the cap breakers in a second. You have an 84 3 ball. You can use 3 cap breakers here to get to an 87. You get that shifty shooter on silver. Then you can upgrade that with a +2 to get in the Hall of Fame. And now you'll still be able to fade. So I know fading is still a part of this game, and everybody should have the ability to fade. With an 87 3 ball, with shifty shooter on silver, or if you use a mix +2 or +1 on gold or Hall of Fame, you will be able to fade perfectly fine. And the cool thing is with the 80 speed with ball, you're able to separate still, you know, do a little left, right, hezzy, and then fade to the left, fade to the right. So that will give you the ability to do that. And then of course, on the finishing side, you're going to see with the cap breakers how this can be absolutely cracked, right? So you have a 75 driving dunk, which is still good enough, 40 for the basic standing dunk animations, and then of course a 60 layup. But again, lockdowns, your specialty is just to shoot shots and play defense, but you will see how this is going to be cracked in a second. And keep in mind, this build will also allow you to get blur take, which is, in my opinion, one of the best takeovers in the game. All right, so with that being said, as you can see here, the name comes out as I think Clamp Thief, right? A Clamp Thief, which is a pretty dope name. And now let's go ahead and take a look at what the cap breakers would do to this build, right? So let's go ahead. And as y'all can already see, I did make a Wemby build for Rec, and I'm having a lot of fun with that. That thing is cracked. I don't know if y'all seen on Twitter where I posted that I scored 103 points with this build in my first game in Starter 5. Yeah, so I can see why people are really in Starter 5 all day, because it's extremely easy, by the way. Like, you can just shoot over the person every single time. But anywho, take a look here, right? So as you can see here, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 3. You'll be able to get a 96 driving dunk. A 96. You only need a 93, so you can just use 4 cap breakers here, and then use 1 cap breaker here on your vert, and then now you'll be able to get gold contact dunks, which is absurd, right? For some reason, the driving dunk is crazy boost, the layup doesn't. So what you can basically, at the end of the day, will have is a 93 driving dunk, 87 3 ball, right? Make sure you get your ball handle up right here, and all you have to do is just get this to an 80, right? 80 ball handle, or you can just leave it the same with an 80 speed ball. You have 99 perimeter defense. You can have a potential to have a 96 steal, all right? And, you know, 92 agility. I mean, this is about as crazy comp as a lockdown that you'll be able to get that can still dribble and create by itself. And I think that that's something that hopefully y'all understand and appreciate, that I'm not making these specialized builds for you to sit in the corner and not be able to do anything when you don't have people to run with consistently, and you want to be able to score and play defense and do it all. So I try to make my builds that will allow you to do everything, not necessarily at a high level, right? Obviously the defense will be at a high level in this build, and the finishing will be at a high level in this build. The shooting will be at a high level in this build. The dribbling will be at a high level if you use the cap breakers here. But at the end of the day, I hope that you can see that this is going to allow you to go many different avenues. You can choose which direction you want to go and have a lot of fun with, in my opinion, the new best lockdown in NBA 2K26 based upon the new data that we have had. Y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think. Is this build a W? Is it an L? What would you change differently? I'm so want to hear your opinions in the comments. And also make sure you hype up the video. If you haven't already seen, there's a new feature where we can hype up the video so this video can get to the recommended. But other than that, it's your favorite old head, Uncle Jimmy. I'll be back really soon on the Banger Man. You know, when I say back soon on the Banger, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about tomorrow, man. I'm out.